The lane you hide is often your edge. I'm Suzanne Rath, and you're listening to Endures for your daily dose of endurance leadership and life lessons. Now, this weekend, I am at the Global Speaker Summit in Cairns, and my voice is a little bit hoarse from having been shouting at everybody, essentially, and lots of talking, but it's been really wonderful. And one of the standout keynotes yesterday from Joe Castillo, he talked about embracing all of ourselves. So, in his example, he has had many different jobs in his life. And when he has, say, been a lawyer, but he used to be a carpenter, he has been afraid of telling people, oh, I used to be a carpenter. When he became a speaker, he didn't want to tell people that he used to be a lawyer, and so on and so forth. But what he has discovered is that when he has brought all of himself to the table, he has done so much better. He has really niched in. He has been his full and authentic self, and success has followed as a result of this. And so I thought about this in my own life and how I've combined my background as a physiotherapist, as a business founder, as an endurance athlete. So a lot of these bits of myself, how they come together in my keynote and my coaching and so on. And there was definitely a time at which I didn't embrace all of these aspects. And so I went into a little bit of a dive into 4 reasons why we might actually bring all of ourselves together if you need to be convinced. And so the first thing is around authenticity. Now, this should be obvious to all of us, right? We talk about vulnerability, we talk about authenticity, we talk about practicing what we preach. And I know I speak about how I practice my Endurance framework on repeat, and this is what enables me to get all of these things done. I am somebody who aims for 8 hours of sleep a night, contrary to popular belief. And I get so many things done and live this, what I term an extraordinary life on my terms, because I am so purposeful with the things I choose and the things that I do. But to further that, if you are a leader or an owner, there is some research by the Harvard Business Review that shows that people who express authenticity and their values build higher trust and engagement. And actually, this is to the tune of 4.5 times. So employees are 4.5 times likelier to perform at their best when they feel like their leader is authentic. Let that sink in. Now, the second aspect is that differentiation drives success. So I know, for example, in the leadership space, there's so many leadership books and so many people recycling the same tired message. And sometimes we think that we need to fit in. We need to price the same as our competitors. We need to market the same way. But marketing research shows that people who differentiate perform better long term. So whether that's differentiating in your industry, your business, your leadership, whatever the case might be, embracing all of your lanes and your unique self is the key to that success. Now, the third one, which was so interesting to me, is the psychologist who has written the book Flow, often found that people who combine these really diverse interests across kind of unrelated domains of expertise tend to be the highest problem solvers, the most creative problem solvers, and sometimes the most successful people. So Patagonia, for example, very famous story. They combine business with environmental activism. And Steve Jobs combined technology and design. And so often if you embrace all of your edges, it becomes the intersection. And then the fourth one, and this is something I haven't come across in a little while, but something I found really, really cool, is the idea of being a multi-potentialite. So a multi-potentialite is somebody who has these really diverse interests. Often these people can be more innovative because they cross-pollinate ideas across fields. So as we close out today, I just invite you to have a little think about what areas you might be hiding, whether it's in how you show up on social media, whether it's in your work, whether it's in your leadership. where you might be hiding your edge, what parts of your story you're downplaying, and how that might actually help you in the long run. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you tomorrow for more from Endures. Bye.